Okay, I've pressed go live.
Not quite yet on the telly. I will let you know. There's a real delay on it, isn't there? Oh, here we go. I'll let you know. There we go.
Oh, there we go. It's gone live. Hello, everybody. Hello. Susan, Lindsay.
Good evening, everybody.
Michelle's on board. Hope you're feeling better, Michelle. Tudor Rosie, Ria's on.
Hello, Ria, Jodie.
Ham Shackleton, Jodie, Glow, yeah.
Lindsay Curry.
Marcia. Excellent.
How are you all doing tonight? We've got the house roasting at the moment, haven't we? We've got that fire lit all afternoon.
Heat turned up, yeah.
It's gotten really cold. And I think what we're going to do on New Year's Eve is go live later, nearer the, I know New Year's Day thing, the midnight thing, different times all over the world, but we thought we could show you what goes on here.
There's usually lots of fireworks at midnight.
So I was saying, if we do it at like 11 o'clock our time, so at the end of the live, that's when the fireworks go off and everything, I'll go up on the roof with the selfie stick in the phone, and you can invite me on as a guest and then spread.
Why don't we try that tonight? Just get your phone and just see if you can.
Because I know it will work.
Well, just to make sure.
We can test it offline. I don't want to bore them with all that because there's nothing going on.
Test it, couldn't we?
I did a video last year from the roof, and it is a very impressive firework display. We're sort of living right in the middle of the firework display.
Oh yeah, they let a lot of fireworks off.
Yeah.
They do.
And then, we've got the champagne ready. That's in the fridge on ice.
Chilling.
And then, yes, you can see the new year in our time, and then obviously you can do it all over again, or you might already have done it in Australia.
Don't forget, people in Australia did it 12 hours ago.
Yes, so you'll already had
people in America won't have done it yet, so.
And we could all make a collective wish, can't we?
Yes.
Like take those.
What will we wish for?
Take those bios off that website. I see that some people are saying that because Sarah Ferguson was back at Sandringham, it means that Meghan and Harry can come back. No. Or as one of you guys very astutely put, yeah, fair enough. In 30 years' time, when we're all probably going to be dead. I think that's an excellent idea. So first they'd have to say sorry, because Sarah's done loads of grovelling apologies all over, lots and lots of interviews in the past, and has never once trashed the royal family.
No.
And
Benji is here tonight.
He is, and he's going to be here for New Year as well. And we've got exciting news as far as he's concerned, but we might not. He's bought something, and I don't think it's going to arrive for 10 days.
Will he still be here in 10 days?
He's going to have to be, because Graham said, "Oh, I'll sign for it for you."
No, you bloody won't.
I'll
play with it till he get back.
He's bought himself a treat with his first month's wages.
Oh, King Charles, His Majesty is here. I wouldn't invite you to do a live, but
I would invite you to do a live.
I would.
But I don't. You don't want to see me in my pajamas. Oh, I bet they're really expensive
royal pajamas
with a royal insignia here. Silky pajamas, I bet.
Yes, but does the king actually dress himself, or does his equerry do that for him?
I don't know. Maybe Camilla does it for him. And he's getting on. Why shouldn't he have a valet? That's what they're called.
Come here, my man.
Like Jeeves,
my royal pajamas on.
Like Jeeves and Worcester.
I don't know.
I'm sure he's got a Jeeves out there. That lot would never apologise. You're absolutely right. So it's never going to happen, is it? It's never going to happen. I don't think anybody needs to worry about that. Hello from Nottingham, UK. Oh, you'll make our heads swell. I totally agree with your opinion on Meghan Markle and Harry. No way should they be back in the UK. I mean, if they went to the Sandringham Christmas walk, that's a family thing, isn't it? It's the bios on the website. It is beyond our power. The actual titles, that's trickier, and I don't suppose they'll ever take those titles. I like that idea. I'll have to put a second bottle of champagne, or a third or fourth, Michelle. Why not? To keep up with you through.
You could have 24 bottles, one for each hour. And then you could hit it every hour and celebrate. That'd be a good plan, wouldn't it?
Yes, well, my plan then, New Year's Eve, is I'm going to have a nap early in the evening because I never normally manage to stay awake to midnight. So I'll set an alarm so that I wake up at about 10 o'clock in the evening. And then I've got an hour to wake up before the live.
King does have a valet. He's called
Must do.
Equerry, isn't he? Isn't it the Equerry who dresses him and everything?
Well, no, I think that's something different.
Is it?
I could wear my velvet smoking jacket, I suppose, but smoking roll-ups doesn't have the same image.
King with dog ends? No way.
Nutmeg, greetings from Boston. K-Mac, hello everyone. Was just listening to the Osborne podcast debate the monarchy. I love that family. So do I. I didn't realise they have a podcast. Yeah, Ozzy and
the Osbornes.
I suppose so. Ozzy, Sharon,
Ozzy and Sharon,
Jack, and
Donny Osmond.
I forget the girl's name. Can't think. Gladys Wilton. For the love of God, please don't let those two traitors back here in New Zealand. Well, yes, there's debate, isn't there, about where they will end up, where they'll be banished to.
I hear the King was begging Meghan to come back for Christmas, and she refused. She said, nope, we're busy, aren't we, Harry?
Well, I also heard that Gucci, Chanel, Carolina Herrera are all
she knocked them all back.
Begging her to be the face off. I think some kind of bug spray she could be the face of. Bugs be gone.
Oh, the bug spray company might go bust. Oh, Harry is here.
Hi, Fiona and Graham. How are you doing tonight? We're doing good. Good evening, bastards. Evening, wanker. What crap are you spreading about me and Waynetta? You're a Harry Enfield fan, aren't you?
Meghan said earlier you were a bit tied up and you wouldn't be joining us tonight.
She said you've been a naughty boy and you're not allowed. She's the face of poo drops. Yes, I thought it was something that you ate, but apparently they were drops that you drop in the loo after you've done a crap. And she really did advertise them. She could go back to that, couldn't she? Or there's talk of Suits 2 coming back. I wonder. Kelly, that's right. Brought up the Harry is a twat statement. I think it was the Grifters one, the effing Grifters. I think that really. Hi, Jamba, River Flame, Geraldine. I love Sophie Winkleman cover. I'm not familiar with who Sophie Winkleman is. I think she just got married. I just saw something in the Daily Mail. How about Gorilla Glue for Meghan? Or Tanner Lady. I think that. Is it Tanner Lady? For ladies who leak.
Oh, stop it.
Safety pants. Waynetta and Doria are out with the homies trying to score a hit. Do you know, when they go on about Rachel Johnson, you know, because she said something about Meghan's exotic or something to do with Compton, right? We're talking about Rachel Johnson here. This just goes to show how Meghan's Sussex team and PR attack their own. Rachel Johnson may be the sister of Boris Johnson, but when it comes to politics and being progressive, Rachel's right up there. You know, she often debates with her brother and disagrees with him. I think they thought, that's Boris Johnson's sister. She's probably got the same politics as Boris and we don't like Boris, so we'll have a go at Rachel. Rachel's probably one of the most inoffensive, you know, oh my God, I don't want to offend anybody type people. And there was, from the get-go, there was Meghan's people attacking her. Incredible. Sophie Winkleman is the daughter-in-law of Princess Michael. Ah, right. She's the one who's joined the royal family, but is still in acting. I know who you mean. Very attractive. William and Catherine goes to Italy. Meghan lose it. Better dust off those moon bumps. Harry, you grovelling little turd, where's my phone call with the mysterious kids?
See, I told you they'd snubbed the King, didn't I?
Del Plummer. Oprah begged her to come to The Colour Purple. Don't see much of Megsy and Oprah together these days, do we? America doesn't need them. We've got enough problems trying to hold on to our republic, by the way. How would the UK feel about taking America back? because it appears something little experiment is crumbling. Yeah, we're really sorry about Harry going over and like interfering and telling everybody what they should and shouldn't say. Hi, David Murphy. Called herself exotic in an old interview. I just don't see what's wrong with being called exotic. In my day, that was a compliment. The coffee that Meg was in the commercials in the background sales dropped 30%. Did they really, or are you just teasing me? You should get a job as their PR. I don't think there's any. The best suggestion I can come up with is that she writes fiction. You know,
fairy tales.
Yeah, once upon a time there was a beautiful princess. I think that would
Megan.
I would actually buy her books if she did that, and I'd roar with laughter reading it all. I wanted to call my daughter Fiona. It was illegal in Argentina. Really? Oh God.
What did Fiona
Is
do
it like
in
Adolf
Argentina?
or something? The Kardashians had a big Christmas party. Hello, Trevor. Had a big Christmas party. Oh, hey, Graham, random. What birth sign are you?
Scorpio.
Are you? You're 27th of October, aren't you?
Something like that, yeah.
I always thought you were Libra, actually.
No.
So you're a Scorpion.
Yes, apparently. But I don't believe in astrology. I think it's
do. Well, I mean, loosely speaking, the birth
it's
signs.
connected to the occult, my mother said, and she was a Bible basher, so she would know.
Yeah, Granny Pam didn't like that sort of thing at all. But then she did think lots of things were witchcraft and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I hear McGanzy's friend is about to grass her up and it will finish her. I don't think Jessica's going to do it in a book about Jessica, because I think she'll be too afraid of backlash because of all, you know, what happened with that Sasha girl. And that must have been quite hard for her. Although, maybe well-deserved, because I can imagine Jessica was a bit of a bitch in her day. What she'll probably do is tell someone else all the secrets and they'll write a book. Or maybe she's already talking to people. Perhaps Jessica is an impeccable source to some YouTubers, some royal authors like Tom Bauer, possibly. Rachel is inoffensive. Yes, she is. But I wish she would trim her fringe. I know what you mean. It's a Johnson family thing, isn't it, to have the long fringe? I heard Scarlett Johansson kicked MM out of her holiday party. How did she get in the first place?
Game crashed.
464 in the chat and only 118 likes. Please hit the like. Thank you, Jodie. You're going to miss out on loads of comments because you're not down at the bottom. So I'm trying to be. The pole dancing days are catching up. And actually,
I was never a pole dancer.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I had a baby face and I really looked really young for my age until I was about 42.
I remember getting asked for an ID in what was it, in Asda.
B&Q. I once tried jigsaw blade.
We just got married, and it must have been 20 years ago.
I was 36, and I didn't have a single wrinkle. And then when I was about 42, just suddenly overnight, I don't know about you guys, just suddenly looked in the mirror and thought, oh my God, where did all that come from? And so Megan, that's she was never a baby face, but it's going to become more and more and more visible and more apparent that she is not a young, fresh breath of fresh air. I'm not saying she's old either, but she's not a teenager, which is, she's very cleverly given this idea for the last 4 years. I was getting carded through my 30s, then bam, yeah. Although I think people generally these days, when they're older, look younger than when I was young. Older people when I was young, I'd see people and think they were 100 and they were only 50. And I'm not imagining it. If I saw them now, I'd think you look 100. Whereas people today, I see famous people, Jennifer Aniston, for example, Joanna Lumley, they look fabulous. I was 5 foot, ginger and Scottish and got ID'd till I was 30. Yeah, I think 37 was the oldest I got it. Exactly.
I have never looked old. I've always looked young.
Men age better than women.
Do they?
I've noticed that.
It's when your neck starts to go wrinkly, you think, oh,
Yeah, I've got that. But, I mean, I didn't have anything until I was 42, and then it was just like overnight, like God went, "This is your time," and I just developed it all. Plastic surgery and fillers have come a long way. I suppose so, but I mean, with people like Joanna Lumley, I don't think she's had any fillers because her face hasn't changed shape.
She's still sexy, Diana,
Yeah.
isn't she, Joanna Lumley?
Always looked a lot younger too in my mid-20s when I was pregnant. My poor husband got dirty looks from everyone. My sister always getting checked with her age. Yeah, one of my sisters is 7 years older than me. And when I was about 15, we went into the off license and they wouldn't serve her. They said, "We'll serve your older sister because I'm taller than her." And she said, "How dare you? I'm 7 years older than her. I'll have you know." It's shaving. Men exfoliate every day. I wonder. When did you shave last?
Last week.
Grown a beard?
I'm between beards. I had a beard, I shaved it off, and now I'm growing another.
Okay.
It's my excuse for not shaving.
Okay. Joanna Lumley was supposedly Philip's daughter.
Philip who?
Never heard that one before.
The Philip.
No, as in take a bloody photograph.
The Philip.
The Philip.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never knew that. No, I heard she was born in India.
Yes, she was. That's right. Her dad worked with Gurkhas, didn't he? I might shave mine off. Yeah, you look really young when you shave your beard off, Trevor.
You'll get asked,
Really,
for your age.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman, nearly 60. Yeah, I know. Whereas before, do you remember Hollywood movie stars and stuff, famous people in the 70s, when they aged, they really, really aged, didn't they? You'd look at them and think, "Oh no, they've just gone to seed." You say that and then grow it back again very quick. Quite right, Rhea. I prefer him without a beard. Oh, I guess it's up to him.
Where's Foxy tonight? I think Foxy said he was going to grow a beard, so more like Trevor.
Moogle says, "Don't shave, you look about 12 years old." Hello, Linda Wagner. Hello, everybody. Miss Lulu.
Poor Meg Ryan. What's wrong with Meg Ryan?
Meg Ryan. She's all right, isn't she? She looks quite
Someone
young.
said poor Meg Ryan.
What's happened to Meg Ryan? I'll have to Google that now.
I don't know. I always fancied her. I thought she was quite cute.
Are you sure Charlene Tilton's dead?
I heard she was dead.
Oh, goodness me.
I'm sure someone said she was.
Oh, I'm going to Google her first because...
The blonde one out of Dallas. Do you remember her with the long blonde hair?
Lucy. I'll be very sad if that's the case.
I'm sure that's true, but I say my mother was a Bible basher and she didn't like the occult in any way, shape or form, and horoscopes were definitely out. So we couldn't discuss or mention them ever.
Oh no, she's still alive, Graham.
Who is?
Charlene Tilton.
Is she?
She's aged 65.
65.
Right, who was the other one?
Meg Ryan has
Meg Ryan.
so much work into her face, not good. Oh no.
Oh, has she?
That's a shame because she was good looker when she was young.
I see what you mean. Yeah. I see what you mean. I'm going to have to go and change my jumper because I'm too hot now.
You're too hot.
Benji's right. That fire has made this room absolutely boiling.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? You put wood on it and it makes the place warm. It's getting the balance right, I suppose, between hot and cold and just getting it in that comfort zone. Because it gets remarkably chilly in Spain, you know, during the winter. It drops a lot, you know, it's 10 degrees centigrade. When you get up, you have to put a fleecy on or something to keep warm. No more shorts and flip-flops, I'm afraid. Someone said you look red-faced, Teddy's mummy.
I am red-faced. I'm absolutely boiling.
She's a hot chick, for sure.
Well, yeah, it's a thing. At my age.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're doing brilliantly.
This is my best side.
Meg Ryan's. I'd like to see Meg Ryan chatting with Meghan Markle, because Meg Ryan can be quite sharp-tongued when she wants. I think the trick of growing old is just accept it and try to do it gracefully. I agree. Because it's when they start messing with their face too much and they puff it up to stretch out the wrinkles. I think that's a mistake, personally. River Flames. Sorry, I had the wrong person to mind. Oh, okay. I lost my purse today. It only had about £15 in it, but it was my taxi fare home. Oh no. Lady Jane. Joanna Lumley as Patsy on Absolutely Fabulous, yes. My favourite was Purdy.
Oh yeah.
I loved Purdy.
Everyone fancied her.
58 degrees in North Florida right now. That's hot, is it? Or is that cold? Any snow in your neck of the woods? Oh, you've got snow.
Not here. Never snows here. I've never seen it snow here. I've never even seen ice on the windscreen.
I think if it snows here, really the planet is in trouble. It's like we've moved away from the sun or something.
No.
Something catastrophic will happen, because it does snow in the Sahara though, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't think it does, but
yes,
I'd be surprised to learn that.
It does.
Maybe.
I talk to people all the time and they say it was snowing last night in the Sahara quite frequently. Diana Rigg, yeah, I love Diana Rigg.
Cool in Florida.
Loved it. Yes, Sapphire in Steel. I loved that one as well. Oh, thank you. You guys are going to make my head swell, but don't worry.
I do love
the sugars. Will take a pin to it later, which is what they generally do.
My favourite actress.
Bless their little sugar cotton socks. Anyone heard about these rumours about some sugar on X said, oh, I just got paid, and other sugars apparently went, how come you got paid? I haven't been paid. And I'm thinking, paid for what? To do what? By who? Is the kitty getting out of the bag now? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Well, if you pay loads of people to do horrible things and then you stop paying them, what do they say? Always pay the assassin.
Yes.
Or else.
Could end up becoming a very, very expensive future, couldn't it? We get snow
and ice in the desert.
Which desert are you
United
in?
Arab Emirates, I think. That's Dubai.
Deserts, Graham, are very, very
snow
cold
and
at night.
ice in the desert in Arabia when it gets up to 40 degrees.
Very hot in the day, very cold in the night. We get snowstorms.
That's a massive swing, isn't it? That is massive. I've never been there, so only on Flight Simulator, and you don't really get it in that. Speaking of Flight Simulator, I was in the Grand Canyon today. I flew down the Grand Canyon from Grand Canyon Airfield. Any Americans out there? I hit the canyon and turned right and went down to the lake. It's on my other channel. Plug. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Moving on. That was good fun, actually. I really enjoyed that.
Right. I've got you here. Snowfall in a hot desert may seem a contradiction, but snow has been recorded several times in the Sahara Desert over the last decade. Most recently in January 2022.
Oh.
I
would never have thought that, but I stand to be corrected. Do I look like I know everything? No.
I was gossiping with a Moroccan last year. He told me that. I can't remember who it was. Might be one of the dudes who runs the shop around the corner. Said, did you know it's been snowing in the Sahara?
Yes, it drops to minus this time of year. I never knew that.
Goodness me, I wouldn't have thought that.
Well, that's put me off moving there.
You are such a baby with snow. We're never going on a skiing holiday.
No.
Hello, Dell. They start to look like they're on chemo. Oh, some people do, and yet other people age really, really well. I made it this time. Excellent.
There's Grumpy Sapper again. Snow and ice.
I love Miriam Margolis. She would not hold back if she met Meghan Markle. I'm not quite sure who she is.
He had snow and ice when he worked in the desert with the military, he said.
I'm in the high desert of Nevada on the east side of the Sierra Mountains. It gets darn cold here. Fantastic, because it can be a bit hit and miss up there, can't it? A lot of guys from down here, they go up there for snowboarding and skiing. And sometimes they come back and go, that was awesome. And other times they come back and say, oh, the snow was really scant. There wasn't really enough.
I'm Shackleton, the Mac Loop, mate, that's for beginners. I do that with my eyes closed. My mate took Concord down the Mac Loop, that's how tame it is. I'm in, the Grand Canyon at the moment, so I'm going to work my way up to Yosemite National Park, up to British Columbia. Some superb mountains up that way. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Dell says, do predictions for 2024. What do you think is going to happen with the royal family? I think William and Catherine are going to get more and more popular. More and more popular all the time. Excuse me, big yawn.
Oh, maybe on Graham Norton's show. Yes, that would be amusing.
Trevor, you look 30.
Trevor does look very young. A lot younger than he is. Fitzy girl. I'm so glad for your post last night, Fiona. My mum was diagnosed with Matador's cancer. Oh, God. Nobody deserves it, no. And I think that silly person who said that just wasn't thinking things through.
I honestly wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I wouldn't.
No.
Tell him in there, wouldn't.
In fact, that's a fact, because our worst enemy did get cancer years before Graham, and we were blown away. We really felt sorry for him, despite the fact before that we absolutely hated his guts. But I mean, takes things.
Don't get me wrong, I didn't like the guy at all. But when I saw him in his wheelchair, I just thought all that hatred just went away.
It was so shocking because he was fit as a flea and up and about.
Really horrible, really horrible.
And then 2 weeks later, so I don't know what kind of devastating treatment.
But he didn't die. He's still alive.
He's recovered,
yeah.
and I'll give him that. The reason he is such a terrible enemy, apart from being a narcissistic psychopath, the man has got determination like I've never seen before in my life. And I saw it when he was recovering from the treatment. I've never seen anybody so determined to get back up on his feet and out and about. And I will give him that. I loved skiing, but ended up with nerves damaged in both legs. So, yeah, it's really dangerous, isn't it? Because like Michael Schumacher, and there was that...
was he good skiing? I thought
that was skiing. He had an accident.
He didn't crash in his car.
No, it was skiing, or it was on a snowmobile.
Right.
And that Vanessa Redgrave's daughter died, didn't she?
Well, Superman broke his neck, didn't he? Horse riding, wasn't it?
Yeah, but skiing and stuff. And there's been a mother and son killed over Christmas skiing, an avalanche or something, hasn't there, on the piste? On the piste. So, yeah, I'm quite scared of skiing. But I'd go on like a little nice snowy place.
I got on all right on the nursery slope, you know, where
Have you done skiing?
Yeah, but not on snow. It was on like these mats with water.
When did you do that?
Oh God, years ago, in the 80s, I think.
I didn't know that.
They had like a nursery slope. It was in Rosendale near north of Manchester. They had this ski slope, and I was all right on the nursery slope. But as soon as you got on the big slope, that was it. I was straight through the fence into the car park. Couldn't stop. So I gave it up. I gave it up there and then.
Hello, Benji.
Someone said one of the Kennedys died skiing.
Dude, did they? Aren't they an unlucky family?
I've just had an idea.
Can we please not discuss anything online?
So it's to do with my steering wheel for my PS5.
Okay.
You know how the spring broke for the brake lever? Your pedals, dude, for your flight simulator, one of the springs is already broken, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you don't actually need the springs for yours, do you?
I can see where this is going.
No, because if you think about it, when you push them forward, they're for the locking of the wheels.
They're for the brakes, yeah. One of them's gone. I have to just.
You want to see a spring?
Yeah, because you don't.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I get some new ones, right,
you're
gonna have the old ones. How's that? You can make you a spring. You make them out of wire. You just turn it yourself.
You don't actually need the spring.
Don't you know how to make a spring?
You don't need the spring, but Ben does.
No,
but you can heat it in the fire and quench it. And then
the thing is, he can have his. He always has his.
I can show him how to harden and temper a spring and make his own.
Listen. You've always got your heels on the pedals, and so they're not going anywhere. And then when you want to use them, you push your toes forward and then push your heels back.
But he says yes when you go away.
Whereas the brake on a racing sim,
you can have it when I get a new one.
Lift the brake without getting
you were going to say he can have I
The
died.
rabbit's back. He says you look like a rabbit.
Who?
You,
Who said that?
King.
Several people have said you look like a
Benji
rabbit.
looks like Julio Iglesias.
Julio Iglesias. Yes, he was famous.
Yeah.
Well, I was a kid at the time.
Wasn't he a singer or
Yeah.
something? Wasn't
Spanish, I think,
he?
wasn't he? I think so.
Getting through Trevor's book. Highly recommended. If you haven't read it already.
Oh, yes, cancer, don't get me started, I know. Dr. Jane, yes, went there too. It's like a giant doormat. I live in New Zealand, but I have to say, to me, Banff is the most beautiful place I've ever been. Is that the Banff in Canada you're talking about? I had sort of relatives who live there. Oh, you're naughty. You've got behind on all of these comments now.
Well, it was Ben distracted me.
Fergie took the girls skiing at the end of the chickenpox outbreak. They only had a few dead spots, but one of the tabloids had them photoshopped like dot to dot. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Yes. Have a look at Marlo Thomas. Talk about ruining your face.
There are some horror stories out there.
Yes.
Lady Jane, one of the Kennedys died from skiing on New Year's
Go,
Eve.
stop it. Don't be
What?
rude.
What? I'm not
Just
being
go
rude.
take the spring.
No,
Oh, he says no.
I'm doing the Grand Canyon tomorrow. You can't be sabotaging my plane.
They won't sabotage your plane.
You're not taking the spring. I'll show you how to make a spring for it. Or buy you a new rudder pedal or whatever it is.
He
So
can
you
buy
can't be
his
that much.
own. He's absolutely
You've got a load of
bloody
wire
loaded.
there. I'll show you how to make a
I'm going to
spring.
charge you rent if you stay
You
too
can put it
long.
in the fire, get it glowing off, and you can quench
So I
it.
have to add fear of skiing to fear of bears and just staying out of. Yeah, I think I'm there with you as well. I've got fear of just about everything. Just need to read. Time to read Trevor's book. Maybe next week.
Trevor's book, highly recommended.
Pete Burns. Oh yes, I remember Pete Burns. That going round. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the
yeah.
guy who was on that Big Brother and he wore a
Did he have Botox lips?
He
or
did. He
something?
had a gorilla skin jacket, and everyone went mental about that and stuff. Don't forget scrubbing your homemade spring before you install it. Scrubbing. Okay. Hello from Southeast Georgia.
Boom. Nice one, Charlotte.
It's incredible, isn't it? The way
We can just chat. All those
across the planet Earth.
carbon life forms can communicate through this device with each other from all over the planet. It's extraordinary, Captain. I got that from Sheldon, young Sheldon, which is a recommended Netflix. Not that we've got Netflix, but we have because we watched The Crown. Fiona got it again just to watch The Crown. We're going to cancel it at the end of the month. But in the meantime,
something interesting
we're
and entertaining.
binge watching Young Sheldon. It was really funny series. Here we go. What's this one? XC in Northern UK. Is it anyone? XC. I don't know what XC is. Sorry. Right over my head. Spin me right around, baby. Yeah, that's the one. Wasn't it just the one hit that he had? And he went on Big Brother or something years later. Scragging before you install it. No, I'm not familiar with that phrase. I know how to make springs and heat them up and quench them and then put them in the warm so that because they get brittle if you talk about. It's a small world. Oh, clicked on the wrong one. There we go. I believe migraine has balls. Ordered the ginger child to make it more believable. Fits a racist narrative. Look at me. I can deliver a ginger. Where am I making it she broke? Cross country is XC, right? Cross country.
What's that, skiing? on the flat.
XC
like that.
ski, cross-country skiing. No, that's okay, but I guess you've got to be a cross-country skier to know that, and I'm not even a downhill skier, so I don't like the cold. I try to avoid cold places if I can help it. Oh yes, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. She's only got 25,000 subscribers. She needs to catch up with Trevor Cole. She only needs 125,000 to go. And she'll be level with Trevor, who wrote this book. I am joking. Right, moving on.
I would give anything to have my daughter around even for a day. Enjoy your time with them, Fiona and Graham. You never know what tomorrow brings.
Well, yeah, that's very true.
You're absolutely right. But he is irritating. In fact, they figured out tonight why I like young Sheldon. It's because it reminds me of Ben a lot when he was little. Do you remember Faith used to call him Sir Dwarfington? And she'd go, oh, Sir Dwarfington's entered the room, because he was short for his age. And he was very precocious. He wasn't a protege, but he was very precocious. And Tim used to call him Little Lord Fauntleroy. Oh, look, we've all got to bow down to Little Lord Fauntleroy. And he was really bossy. And he actually did the look when I said, you're like Sheldon. And he went, did the exact look that the kid does. It's hilarious. Trevor who? Trevor Colt.
The Trevor.
Oh my God, I can't see the comments when you do that.
There you go. I'm just plugging Trevor's book. You didn't notice that. I mentioned it a few times, but I think I got away with it.
Me too. Suni is convinced M&H use different children on most of the photographs. Perhaps they do. And if they were caught out doing that, I know what they'd say. Yes, they were actors and models because we're so fearful for our children's security. And actually, I mean, after this last year, Harry and Meghan have probably got a point about security. I'm not saying the British taxpayer should pay for it, definitely not. But can you imagine? I mean, she probably is at great risk, or I think he's at great risk. And I'm not talking about the Taliban. They've given it so much yap out there, haven't they?
Stephen's obviously a spring specialist.
Scragging improves the relation performance of a spring. But if the spring stresses are in the pre-stress range, will it in fact improve the fatigue life as it increases the allowable stress limit?
It's only for his pedal on his PlayStation.
He sounds a lot like Sheldon, doesn't he?
Lady Jane.
I almost died skiing.
Oh.
I was taught at my dance class how not to get hurt from falling, so I relaxed as I was skipping into a tree. I hugged the tree, went around the tree a few times.
I can
and
feel
then
your
checked
pain,
to see if anybody saw what happened.
Beautiful weather in Canada at the moment. There you go.
Yeah, don't stop doing that with
I've
the comments.
I've missed it. I've missed a few.
We're going to miss loads if you keep doing that.
Okay.
Do we think the ghastly duo will ever go quiet? I think Harry will. I think dimwit as he is, I think he's figured it out. I don't think she ever will. Ever. Do you think Lady C would do a live with you?
She got a mention yesterday.
I did, and thank you so much to the person who told me. It was really little mention, but I curtsied as she did it. I was so thrilled. I love Lady C.
Did the curtsy again?
No.
Was it one of them?
No, I would never do that. In fact, I did a video. Do you know, I did a video on that before Meghan and Harry released the Netflix thing, where I did this sort of piss take bow. And I said, you know, for those who think that this is a curtsy, it's not like that. I can't remember which video it was. And I felt she'd seen the video and thought, oh yeah, I'm going to do that on Netflix.
Who knows? Mother Shipton, she was a witch. Didn't she live in a cave? Wasn't it? Oh, Wookie Hole or something like that. I might be wrong.
She predicted thoughts and conversations across the whole world.
I've heard of her.
And in the Bible, I can't remember where, it does say, I shall sing the praises of the Lord in the great assembly. And I take the great assembly to mean the internet.
Where else can all the carbon life forms communicate throughout the planet?
Exactly. It is great when you're taught to relax, like abseiling. Yeah, so you don't get hurt in a fall. I don't know. I think the fall's going to hurt no matter what happens.
Absolutely.
Depends what height it is. You know, if it's 500 foot. Is scragging in the real word? Is it all about the spring?
I don't know. I'd have to Google it. I really would.
I don't know, we'll have to ask Crichton when he comes back on. His Majesty's valet will assist with dressing. The King's equerry, currently Lieutenant Colonel Johnny Thompson, deals with all his correspondence, making appointments.
He's the one with
Yes.
his kilt, isn't he?
He doesn't always wear a kilt.
Yes, he does.
Graham's jealous of him.
I reckon he's got
'cause
tartan
he's
kilt pyjamas.
really young, good looking, and all us ladies like him.
Yes, I'm jealous. All right, I'm jealous. I'll have to get a kilt.
I don't know that a kilt would suit you. I don't know.
My granny was
Good
Scottish.
evening, Patina. How are you doing? It's more dangerous in America. I do fear for them, to be honest. And I was chatting to someone today and saying I would hate to live in a house like theirs. Whether they live in that one, they're probably in a similar one. Can you imagine in the night, you're in a house with very large grounds where it probably isn't a very high wall, loads of trees for people to hide in. I'd be drawing the curtains and turning the lights down and checking all the doors. I would be awful. I wouldn't sleep. I'd just be so paranoid.
But rich people have a safe part of the house. They can they can lock themselves in, and they're safe. And they got all alarms. They can press them, wait for the police to arrive. So
it would still
thieves
be
can ransack inside the house, but they can't get.
It would still be really, really
safe
scary.
Zone. So I'm told.
Really scary.
So I would imagine Buckingham Palace is the same. They almost have like a safe part of the house. I would imagine. I don't know. Never been in it, but
I
don't see why not.
I was honoured to be named with the Royal Grift as well. Both of us together. My little heart skipped a beat.
Someone just said, "I'm going to see Lady C. Lady C is doing a talk."
Is she doing
Elaine.
a tour?
Elaine, yeah, give her a plug.
Oh, don't stop it, Graham. Stop it. You are.
Say, remember me. Remember me. Mention
Oh, I
me.
thought that was awesome. Absolutely awesome. I think the greatest danger to myself is just being on a hill with a wooden slat. Yeah, I don't want to do anything too adventurous. The mountain came after me.
Yes, yeah.
And I couldn't believe I was laughing out.
Avalanche. That must be super scary, being pursued by a mountain.
You must be a very good skier. Thank you.
I've seen it in a Bond film. I didn't like the look of that one bit. I thought, I'm never going to make Bond. No.
One time I accidentally got off on a black diamond, one of those stunt hills with all the bumps. I scooted down the entire hill on my backside. So it's really not encouraging me to go skiing ever. I'm almost 80 and I have 14 back surgeries, but I have great memories of my skiing. You guys are definitely putting me off the idea of skiing, and I wasn't keen on it.
And she thought skydiving was dangerous. I broke my toe, that was it.
If I had to do it,
one middle toe.
With a gun to my head, skiing. Every time.
Skiing and horse riding is obviously far more dangerous, isn't it?
Well, I used to do horse riding, and then
there you go. That was more dangerous than parachuting.
I don't think so, Graham. But I gave it up because I heard about quite a few people who'd had accidents and been paralysed, and I had a couple of ticky horses as well.
Yeah.
And it made me, because they're quite placid animals on the whole most of the time, and then they'll see something like a crisp packet and start freaking out for no apparent reason. I'm sat here with pen and paper, drawing.
It's not what I heard.
Oh, I thought you were going to write a letter of complaint to YouTube. Demonetization!
Harry's really talented at drawing. He can do all the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I would never be able to keep up with Lady C. She's so, I mean, she starts talking about opera and like what are obviously really famous novels and characters, and it goes way above my head.
She's obviously more educated than we are.
She's way more educated than me. Honestly, they could walk through my main street in this little town in Oklahoma. I guarantee you not a soul would know who they are. Well, maybe, but they must worry that someone would seek them out, you know, extremists, or maybe someone, you know, you get these nutters who want to be famous and link their name with a famous person, like.
It's true.
So they can say, I'm the one who did that. I mean, it's crazy. We went out to a farm one night. It freaked me out because I'd never had such a quiet place.
And it's so dark as well on the farm. You go outside and it's just pitch. You can't see nothing and it's dead quiet. There's no street lights.
And then you hear a twig break and you think, what's that?
Yeah. It's like that on Salisbury Plain though.
Oh.
That's quite creepy. It can be. There ain't she's coming anywhere near Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be scared living in the middle of nowhere. Steve Magnus, why have security at Montecito? They're never there. I don't know. Prevent squatters moving in, maybe. Wasn't
Panic Room, that's what it's called, yeah.
Yes, King Charles was in an
Panic rooms.
avalanche, and one of his friends was killed.
They're bound to have panic rooms at the palace, aren't they? More than one, I would say. But obviously, it's not good to tell people where they are. Because you might head them off at the pass. So they'd be secret, wouldn't they? Panic rooms. They probably got those doors, you know, you can't see them.
All the same, I'd still be scared.
But that's what you do. That's what you do. If there's a threat, you dive into the panic room and lock yourself in and hit the bell.
I know, Graham, but that doesn't stop someone feeling scared, does it?
No.
Knowing that a stranger's ransacking your house and going through all your things.
One panic room in each apartment. I would imagine at least one, yeah.
I could imagine you going off your head saying, "Get me out this panic room. I want my gun. I'm going to go in."
I'd have loads of
shoot
guns in
the
the panic
people."
room, though, and little slits, so you can be there.
Graham's one of these people. If he loses something, he's convinced a burglar came in and stole it, like his socks, right, or his pants. They were here yesterday. I saw them yesterday. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm sorry.
I don't disagree with that at all. Ghastly duo doing their miserable.
I didn't know. I haven't seen that show.
Yes,
yet.
we've got it.
Have we?
The
I'll tell you what. I've just been.
Christmas card.
I was scanning through my feed and I saw Through the Griffin Scope. Do any of you guys watch her? She's a tarot card reader. And I didn't watch the video, but I looked at her thumbnail and it's a Photoshop. Someone's done of Meghan kissing Prince Andrew. So I might watch that after this. Oh dear, Black Diamond Run. Oh, I'm not liking the sound of any of this skiing stuff. Snow Queen. What's Snow Queen saying?
Hang on, there's Rachel being.
You've been allowed to move on from crayons then. Pendle Hill is in East Lancashire, England, near the towns of Burnley, Nelson, Colne, Brearfield. Is that Pendle anything to do with the witches?
Yes, that's
Right.
where the Pendle
Right.
witches came from. I think, wasn't it?
Sure. Cannot wait for Lady C with her new book. I don't know what she's doing a book on, but I'll have to keep my eye out for it. You're going to get
Dressage. That's where they do all the fancy stuff with the horse, isn't it?
They do a lot of horse dancing down this neck of the woods in Herod.
Yeah, they do a lot of it in Spain. Yeah.
Literally dancing. There's big coaches
They're
of
big into it down there.
tourists that go to see that. We've got one up the road here. We have gorgeous horses in this area, worth easy over €100,000, aren't they? And you hear them coming down the road, absolutely stunning. I love them.
Thanks, Ria.
A footsie girl. Nobody in the United States cares about them. We don't care about their title. They're just loser people. Well, yeah, they were on that list, weren't they? Hollywood Reporter.
I get the impression loads of people want to work for them now, and they get there, they start working for them, and they break into tears and leave for some reason. Can't think what that might be. But the money must be good while it lasts. Can't last though, can it? That's the problem.
Money for what?
Getting wages and that.
From what?
We pay all their staff.
They've been filing accounts, haven't they? So they must do, I suppose.
Good question. Where's Foxy
They
tonight?
definitely only have themselves to blame. Oh, I don't know. Graham's convinced he's a member of the aristocracy.
No, I heard it. I was reading one of the comments. Someone said they knew him, and he was
I'm not sure.
member of the aristocracy.
Yes, she's very good on GB News, or when you see her interviewed. No streetlights here. A guest woke up in the middle of the night and thought she was blind. Oh God!
That's weird though. If you open your eyes and you can't see anything, that would be scary, wouldn't it? Ooh. I loved your flute solo yesterday. Thank you so much. It's
was that video that you have been?
Ave Maria. I've been practicing as well. Thought I'd impress everyone with it.
So you played that thing. Who sent you that in the first place?
I don't know. It was No idea.
His mother used to play the recorder.
She did. She used to play the recorder. She goes, "Oh, I can do this tune. Here we go." And she was all over the place. I was pissing myself laughing when I first heard it because I thought that reminded me so much of my mother.
His mum was a bit obsessive.
She could play hymns on a recorder.
Oh, don't, Graham. She wanted
That
to
and the
learn.
tambourine and that.
Is it the clarinet? And she
Yeah.
practiced till
Her
her
lips
lip.
were sore. They got she'd done Botox.
Yes, I would be checking the doors.
Feel
on-
safe from my
Ne-
20 guns. Tabitha, what's your favourite gun? What's the best one you've got?
Yeah, I watched Mad World Tarot as well. I'm sub to quite a few of the tarots. Andy, and another one, I forget the name now. Canadian lady. Oh, I can't think what she's called.
Susan. What's that one? Oh, the flute solo, yeah. Glad you liked it, Susan.
When did you do that? On live last night?
No, yesterday. I just posted it yesterday. I just thought it'd give everyone a laugh. And it clearly did.
It's both of them. Harry is dumb but entitled, conceited, paranoid, jealous. Great combo. Yes, I do think that they bring the worst out in each other. What's her name, Fiona? Tarot reader you mentioned. Mad World Tarot is South Africa. I don't know. I'll get the name up because she does a few videos a day. She's from Canada. Through the Griffin Scope is the lady with red hair. And of course, Daily Empress. Can't forget Daily Empress.
King will know whether Fox is aristocracy or not. Is he not related to Lord Fox? Your Majesty, do you know? Because King will have a list of all aristos, wouldn't he?
She'll pop up on my feed any minute.
I'm getting behind again. There we go.
Where's she gone?
I haven't seen that one. I must watch that one. Lady Jane says Foxy did a wonderful YouTube tribute to you for hitting 25,000
Oh, Susie, bless him.
subscribers. We should go and watch that one.
There's a picture.
I get lots of notifications with Foxy, but when I click on it, it's like a boss.
Mystical Fortunes.
I think, right, okay, like, and but I miss the ones he does, like the talking
I've
ones.
hardly watched any YouTube videos. I've watched Lady C and I watched Neil in the mornings, but no, I've been just so into young Sheldon. I was going to say I've been busy, but I haven't really been busy. I've just been vegging out. Graham said to me tonight, "That's enough, Sheldon. Can we watch something else?"
I like the series, but you know, you can have too much, can't you?
No. I'm on season 4. Been watching it for about 4 days now. Finally found something on TV I like. Would you do a video from Andy from Popcorn Planet? It's fabulous the way he's been turned around to see the real Meghan. I do subscribe to him. I haven't watched that many of his because he tends to do just lives, doesn't he? And sometimes lives clash, as you know. I don't know. I don't really know his character or personality.
No. I don't watch him. Not Meg, if you type in Foxy313,
Yeah,
you'll
he'll
find
be there.
Foxy. He's got lots of buses and trains and all kinds of stuff.
Mary Dubai. You've seen the same photo. I don't know if that's something that Griffin has made herself. But it's like they both really don't want to kiss, Andrew and Meghan, but they're kissing. I saw it just before I went live. I thought it was hilarious. Young Sheldon is fun. He certainly is. It's Sidley Twins too. Yes, I subscribe to them. There's not many I don't subscribe to.
There we go, Foxy's collective videography.
And he does inspirational videos.
He does inspirational videos as well, and he reads from books. He's very, yes.
Oh, no, that one's fine. That one's fine. Lady Jane.
That one.
Or Dancidated for years. I love Annie Potts that plays Gran on Young Sheldon. I loved her. I had to Google her and I realised she was the secretary in Ghostbusters. I love her. I love all of them. They're great characters. That's what makes the whole thing work so well. It's not just Sheldon. It's so hard to keep up with all the YouTube channels. It is. And also, some days I'm in the mood for River, you know. Usually if I'm cooking or cleaning and I think, yeah, I'm going to sit down and listen to a few Rivers videos. Sean's nice and short and quick in the mornings. And I admit, I only watch the ones about Meghan. I know he talks about other fabulous movie stars, but I just watch the ones about Meghan. Foxy is lovely. Very, very kind-hearted lad. NT Lawyer, I would love to chat to NT Lawyer, but I think he's way above my lane. I like listening to NT when he's talking to Kinsey Schofield. They really bounce off each other. I could sit and listen to those two for hours, actually. But again, she's something that I put on when I'm cooking or cleaning or doing DIY or ironing or something like that.
Mm.
Have you watched Young Sheldon scene where Sheldon and his mum are sitting on the porch under the stars, wondering, wonderful, right? Yes, I have. Where she was having doubts in believing God. Yes, I've seen that. I must be getting quite close to the end of it. The gal who plays Sheldon is the daughter of grown Sheldon's mum in Big Bang. Really? I didn't know that. How what?
What?
You asked me a question.
What?
What?
I'd have to rewind it to find out.
Ibble Dibble, yes, as is Royally Blonde. I've never heard of Scandalous Media. There must be new ones popping up all the time, I guess. I think with having been in London, I didn't watch as much YouTube because a lot of it for me is reading the comments and joining in on the comments, and I couldn't. So, Fiona, he's been going on Megxit channels. He'll go on yours too. Well, yes, maybe. He's quite big though, isn't he? I mean, when I see these big YouTubers, I think, oh, it's like celebrity. I'm just a little YouTuber down here. I'm quite happy to sit back and watch. Lost Beyond Pluto. I subscribe to her and I love her. I was voicing my opinion on Avid replacing Paula. Well, I think that one of the things that makes all communities great is having all different points of view and angles and ways of looking at it. And quite often I'll watch another YouTuber and think, oh, yeah, I hadn't really thought of it like that. I usually watch Lady C when I've got lots of vegetables to cut and peel. Yeah, or if I'm cooking, I like Lady C, and she seems to upload at that kind of time of day when I'm cooking. I think 2024 will be the nail in the coffin for Harry and Meghan. I think this year probably was.
Yeah, well, it remains to see how long they can last, doesn't it?
Yes. I think I heard somewhere there's going to be an announcement in January, but I don't like to repeat unfounded gossip because I don't know. But I heard something, a whisper through X, that there's going to be an announcement of something or other. Murky Meg, yes, well, Murky is one of the originals. I'll tell you someone I haven't listened to in ages is Busy Bee. Do you guys remember Busy Bee? He's a guy and he would read out gossip magazines and then he'd give like his bitchy, snarky take on it. Shalom Lester is another one. Someone or something with a fair level of power is still supporting them. I don't know. I think it just, because they've got a lot of money, it takes time, doesn't it, for the momentum to slow down. Oh,
Any Wally
fireworks going
updates?
up.
Any Yankee Wally updates?
She sent me a message, well, it was a week or two ago, wasn't it? And she is alive and well. She just doesn't really want to come back at the moment, but never say never. And if I do hear anything, then I will give you an update. I hope she does come back soon. Please look up the meaning of the word. Right, okay. Can you click on something else? That's it. What do you predict will be the fallout for Harry when Endgame comes for the Sussexes? Will he return to the UK?
I reckon. Where else is he going to go? Unfortunately.
I think what he'll probably do is go to Africa for a bit, keep low, and then he'll probably come to the UK and keep low. Don't you reckon? Who knows with those two? Who knows?
I don't reckon he'll come back though unless he's divorced.
And he's got somewhere rent-free.
You can't find what to
I
do.
think they're going to have to pay her off, aren't they? I think Charles and the royal family are going to have to pay
Might be
her
skinned,
off.
might be skinned. There you go, there's your half of
Yeah.
0.
We shall see. So, same time tomorrow
Same time
night
tomorrow.
and place. Thank you all very, very much for joining us.
Good evening, carbon
Life forms.
life forms. Good night. May your God go with you. Live long.